The Republic of the Gambia doesn't make any sense. In case you haven't heard of this country, it has 11,300 square kilometers, making it the smallest state in continental Africa, and its territory is based on a portion of land around the homonymous river, which in turn is surrounded by Senegal. Its surface is so narrow that the distance between the furthest points is only 40 kilometers, something any marathon runner could cover in just over 2 hours. If you already knew these facts about its peculiar geography, have you ever wondered why it exists? To find out, stay until the end of the video, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as we will be uploading 3 videos a week and you won't miss them. What is the Republic of the Gambia? As an initial fact, the Republic of the Gambia is a country where English is the official language, while in Senegal they speak French. With this, you should confirm your suspicion that the main reason for the Republic of the Gambia's existence is colonialism, but in this video we will go into details. The first Europeans to reach the Republic of the Gambia River were the Portuguese in the 15th century, who established posts from which they traded with the Mali Empire. At the end of the 16th century, Portugal sold the exclusive trade rights under the Republic of the Gambia River to England. As the aforementioned river is one of the most important in West Africa for geographical reasons, it became one of the main points of the so-called triangular trade. Gold, ivory, and above all, slaves were transported to America and Europe. Due to the strategic position of the Republic of the Gambia, many European states desired its control. Interestingly, one of them was the Duchy of Courland of Latvia Essence, who managed to establish itself on the current island of Kunta Kinte, along with the island of Republic of Trinidad and Tobago being the only overseas possessions this Baltic states country had. By the 18th century, two powers, France and United Kingdom, were disputing the region, which included the Senegal, the Republic of the Gambia Casamance, and Zaloon rivers. These disputes were briefly resolved during the 7 Years' War, the true First World War. Deduce it in this video. It turns out that this was fought on 4 continents, and one of the fronts was West Africa. After the British victory, they were able to snatch the main positions in the region from France, as I said a while ago briefly. It turns out that a few years later, the American War of Independence broke out, in which the 13 colonies were supported by France, and for which the British had to send troops from their colonies. After the defeat embodied in the Treaty of Paris, the one of 1783, it is worth noting, United Kingdom must return the positions of the Senegal River to France, although on the other hand it claims those of the Republic of the Gambia River. During the 19th century, France emphasized expanding its territories along the Senegal River, while the United Kingdom neglected the Republic of the Gambia in favor of the Ghana, present-day Republic of Ghana, and the Cape Colony in South Africa. This, given that slavery was abolished in 1807 and that the Republic of the Gambia River was losing economic relevance. Already during the Berlin Conference, in which the division of Africa was decided, again, France and the United Kingdom were the 2 main powers that had the greatest presence on the continent. Finally, it is resolved that France gets most of West Africa, while the United Kingdom almost gets its coveted north-south corridor, which in fact it achieves after expelling the Germans from United Republic of Tanzania in World War I. For this reason, the territories of the Republic of the Gambia did not expand beyond the narrow territory adjacent to the homonymous river, which, as you can imagine, does not go unnoticed by the Senegalese, who, if they want to move from the capital Senegal to the city of Ziguinchor in the south, must cross a double border if they do not want to go around the entire territory of the Republic of the Gambia, which would take them several more hours. For this reason, it is totally natural that at the independence of both countries, Senegal wanted to intervene in its small neighbor, which, if you look at on Google Earth, separates the arid northern part of the country with a more lush one to the south. More specifically, Senegal gained its independence earlier, in 1959, but as part of the Federation of Mali, which also included the homonymous country. Yes, the Republic of the Gambia is even surrounded by a larger country. This federation disappeared in 1960. The Republic of the Gambia, on the other hand, gained its independence in 1965 initially as a kingdom of the Commonwealth of Nations, and in 1970 it became a fully independent republic from the United Kingdom, which Senegal would not miss to exert a progressive influence. In 1981, Senegal intervenes in an attempted coup against the government of then-President David Jawara and takes the opportunity to annex the country. The first and only step was the creation of the Senegambia Confederation in 1982, of which Jawara was president. As its name suggests, this country was a federation in which Senegal and the Republic of the Gambia were governed separately, except in the economic and military spheres. As expected, due to the ethnic and linguistic differences between both entities, Senegambia was dissolved in 1989, and both countries became independent again. This confederation had especially benefited the Casamance region, south of Senegal as already mentioned. The existence of the Republic of the Gambia affects the territorial continuity to the capital and power center Senegal. For this reason, the Casamance conflict began in 1982, following the foundation of the Movement of Democratic Forces, which seeks independence from Senegal. Until 2014, the conflict caused about 5,000 deaths and about 60,000 displaced people. Since that year, the separatist forces have weakened, and there are still small resistances that apparently will not achieve their separatist objective. As you can see, the curious geography of the Republic of the Gambia is due to several factors such as the independence of the United States, the abolition of slavery, and the decisions made during the Berlin Conference. And it's curious that the existence of this tiny country has caused an outbreak of violence in neighboring Senegal, whose intervention in the Republic of the Gambia ended up being counterproductive. Did you know about this peculiarity of African geopolitics? Don't forget to leave your comment and subscribe to the channel. Also, I leave in the description my social networks, and in case you want to see the new videos in preview and have a greater interaction with me, your donations on Patreon or channel members are welcome. Until next time!